Hey there, grammar splainies. Here's a question someone asked recently. I go to the office once a week. I am going to the office once a week. When do I say this one and when do I say that one? Let's learn and practice. I go indicates a habit, an activity that you will carry on indefinitely. It's similar to these sentences. I drink coffee for energy. I support the Jedi. I learn from YouTubers. In all these sentences, you have no plans to change what you're doing, and there's nothing to stop you or limit you from doing them. So contrast these sentences with these. I'm drinking coffee for energy. You might say this if you're recovering from the flu and you need a little extra energy until you can get back on your feet again. Or you might say it if you are temporarily working 2 jobs. And when those conditions are over, when you have fully recovered and you've got all your natural energy back, or when you're back to working 1 job and you can relax instead of staying up all night, then you will stop drinking coffee for energy. You may even stop drinking coffee altogether. Here's another contrast. I'm supporting the Jedi. You might say this if you expect to change your mind under certain circumstances. For instance, I'm supporting the Jedi for now, but I'll switch to the Sith if Han Solo joins them. And finally, I'm learning from YouTubers. You might say this if you have a goal, and when you reach it, you won't need to study anymore. For instance, I'm learning from YouTubers until I have more confidence. When I have more confidence, I'll just go out and talk to native speakers. Or maybe I'm learning from YouTubers until classes start up again. There's a specific duration, and then you'll go back to studying in class. So how about those sentences from the beginning of the video? I go to the office once a week. It's something I like to do. It's the way I like to work. I expect to work that way for the foreseeable future. I'm going to the office once a week. You might say this if temporarily your office is locked down, or temporarily you have less work to do, or maybe it's something you just want to try out for a while. In the end, you might decide to work 5 days a week in the office. And one more thing, in these I'm going and I'm doing sentences, you don't always have to name the duration or the situation under which you'll stop. It's usually understood from the context. And while we're here, let's look at this structure. I wear wool in the winter. I'm wearing wool for the winter. Why do we say in and why do we say for? This is what you say if you wear wool every winter. It's how you like to keep warm and you don't expect to change it. This is what you say if you're wearing wool only this winter. Maybe you normally spend your winter in warm climates and you don't wear wool. Or maybe next winter you plan to wear fur instead of wool. The reason is that for suggests a target or a purpose. It's something with a boundary. It's something that can be satisfied or fulfilled. And once you hit that boundary or once you satisfy or fulfill that condition, then you'll no longer do the activity. Let's do a little more practice before we go and look at 2 sentences I found on the internet. Here's something Meghan Markle said about the deal that she and her husband Harry made with Netflix. We're trusting our story to someone else, and that means it will go through their lens. We're trusting and not we trust means that we are working on a project with a specific end date. This is how we're working on this project, and when we're finished, we'll go off and work on another project, maybe trustfully or maybe in some other way. Here's another sentence. Princess Diana's legacy lives on through the lasting impact of her work. That's lives on, not is living on, because the writer of this sentence expects that her legacy will last for a long time. If you have any questions about the vocabulary I used in this lesson, or you want to do some more practice with this structure, just tell me in the comments below, or ask me any question at all. I'll get back to you with another video.